Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. In the next few minutes, we'll move through the hottest international developments, from politics and economics to current affairs that have the entire globe buzzing. And right now, let's turn to an event that has been mentioned incessantly for days on end. A case that, in a single night, stripped bare an empire once thought untouchable. In a single night, 26 luxury supercars became exhibits, 25 accomplices were cuffed, and more than 4.5 billion new Taiwan dollars vanished from the grasp of the boss of Prince Group. The spark was in Cambodia, where a conglomerate swelled under a grandiose name, an impressive facade that in reality ran a massive fraud ring. Behind it all was Chen Zhi, a Chinese-born man from 1984, the mastermind who steadily built a cross-border network of online casinos, crypto exchanges, and real estate, so that dirty money flowed in like a never-ending stream day and night. On October 8th, U.S. federal prosecutors officially indicted Chen Zhi along with a host of operatives. 6 days later, the U.S. Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control issued sanctions. 9 companies in Taiwan and China, together with 3 related individuals, were placed on the blacklist. Bitcoin worth $15 billion was impounded. The first blow landed, shaking the entire system, like yanking the safety pin from a machine that had been spinning too fast for too long. Taiwan and mainland China did not stand aside. In Taipei, the district prosecutor quietly opened a special case on October 15th. Prosecutors sweated over thousands of transactions, tracing money laundering trails through layered shell companies. Tian Shu, Hao Yue, Neon Prince Taiwan, Lien Pham, cold names on paper, all casting the shadow of Chen Zhi. By November 4th, simultaneous search warrants erupted at 47 locations. Police raided villas, offices, and warehouses. 25 suspects were detained on site. The seized items stunned the public. 26 supercars, Rolls-Royce Phantom, Ferrari 488, Lamborghini Aventador, Porsche 911, lined up outside police headquarters like a silent parade. Appraised value, more than 477 million new Taiwan dollars. Each car had a custom plate, paperwork in the names of sham firms. The real estate was even more chilling. 18 luxury apartments in the Binh and Uyen projects, plus 48 underground parking spaces. The actual total value of the transactions exceeded 3.814 billion new Taiwan dollars. The Taipei court approved a freeze order starting October 27th. From that moment, Chen Zhi could not sell, transfer, or even move a single brick. Bank accounts could not escape either. 60 accounts at major banks were frozen. Remaining balances totaled more than 235 million new Taiwan dollars. In all, more than 4.527 billion new Taiwan dollars, about 140 million US dollars, officially left Chen Zhi's pocket. But Taiwan is just one piece of a closing puzzle. Hong Kong quickly joined in. The Securities and Futures Commission ordered an urgent review of 2 listed companies, Hing Limited and Chihotat, where the largest shareholder was none other than Chen Zhi. The Financial Intelligence Unit activated suspicious transaction reports. Banks like HSBC, Standard Chartered, and Bank of China, Hong Kong, simultaneously halted disbursements. Every inflow and outflow tied to Chen Zhi was tracked by the second. Hong Kong's High Court weighed a worldwide asset freezing order. Company shares, villas, yachts, everything risked seizure. Hong Kong's financial community would not allow the city to become a haven for dirty money. Chen Zhi once flaunted his colossal wealth. Born in Uyen, he went to Cambodia to build his fortune in 2013. In just a decade, Prince Group ballooned into a multi-sector empire. Prince Casino, Prince Bank, Prince Investment Fund. Everything bore the Prince name. But behind the glitz lay a sophisticated fraud network. Victims were primarily in Asia and Europe. They were lured into crypto investing, online gambling, and virtual real estate, so that real money flowed straight into Chen Zhi's pocket. The U.S. was first to detect it, and a federal investigation tracked the funds from Cambodia through Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Singapore. Bitcoin became the perfect laundering tool. Chen Zhi used hundreds of wallets, moving funds in blinks and erasing traces. OFAC did not relent. Sanctions severed all dealings with the U.S. banking system. Related companies in Taiwan lost access to U.S. dollars. International partners turned their backs, doors shutting one by one. Taiwan acted decisively for obvious reasons. It did not want to be seen as a transshipment point for dirty money. The prosecutor's office worked closely with criminal investigators and an anti-money laundering task force. Each search address was planned down to the minute. Chen Zhi's Taipei villa was turned upside down. Computers, phones, and hard drives were sealed. Forged contracts, fake invoices, receipts, and wire orders surfaced all at once. 25 suspects, including company directors, chief accountants, and asset managers, were summoned. Many admitted to taking high salaries to sign papers blindly. Some testified that Chen Zhi gave direct orders via encrypted apps. The supercars have become a symbol of downfall. The black Rolls-Royce Cullinan that once chauffeured Chen Zhi to elite parties now sits motionless in an impound lot. The limited edition Ferrari SF90 Stradale, his 20 million new Taiwan dollars toy, shares the same fate. Binh and Uyen were among Taipei's most upscale developments. Each apartment spans roughly 200 square meters with sweeping city views. Chen Zhi snapped up 11 units within a year with paperwork under shell companies. Now the true owner is the court. The bank accounts tell their own tale. A single account at C United Bank held more than 50 million new Taiwan dollars, sourced from a Bitcoin wallet via an exchange in Cambodia. The cold circuitry of money lit up in the statements like the spine of a financial beast. Hong Kong tightened the screws under dual pressure. On one hand, the SAR must align with international standards. On the other, financiers fear a crisis of confidence. A single major laundering case could land Hong Kong on the FATF gray list. The SFC demanded two companies disclose their beneficial ownership lists. Through the Cayman Investment Fund, Chen Zhi held over 60% indirectly. Every transfer was monitored 24/7. Banks moved fast. HSBC froze Chen Zhi's personal accounts on October 20th. Standard Chartered refused any transfer exceeding 1 million Hong Kong dollars. Bank of China, Hong Kong, reported 47 suspicious transactions in a single week. The High Court compiled a 300-page dossier. A worldwide Mareva injunction could be issued at any moment. Chen Zhi's escape route narrowed by the day. Prince Group once boasted 12 casinos in Sihanoukville, with annual revenue exceeding $2 billion and a workforce of up to 50,000. But among them, many were victims forced to work, their passports confiscated, their dreams of a better life crushed. The U.S. estimated the fraud ring caused more than $50 billion in losses. Victims spanned 30 countries. Chen Zhi used dirty money to buy property, supercars, and bank stakes, and Taiwan became a key laundering hub. In 2019, he set up Prince Taiwan, nominally for real estate and fintech investment, in reality, a conduit for moving funds. Prosecutors found that in 2023 alone, Prince Taiwan transferred more than 1 billion new Taiwan dollars to Cambodia, each transfer backed by fake consulting invoices. The 25 suspects now face charges of money laundering, fraud, and forming a criminal organization, maximum sentences up to 10 years. If extradited, Chen Zhi could face even heavier penalties. The seized supercars are not merely assets, they are living evidence. Each vehicle carried a tracking device. Trip data was stored. Police reconstructed Chen Zhi's routes between Taipei, Kaohsiung, and Hong Kong. At the Binh and Uyen towers, security cameras recorded every entry and exit. Video of Chen Zhi receiving guests in a penthouse has been extracted. Who those guests are remains under investigation. Bank accounts add more clues. One account received funds from Binance, originating from a Bitcoin wallet already seized by an authority. The circle is closing. In Hong Kong, the SFC ordered two companies to suspend trading. Hing Seng Limited stock price plunged 40% in just 3 sessions. Bank of China, Hong Kong, discovered a corporate account had received 200 million Hong Kong dollars from an unknown source and immediately filed a report. The High Court is weighing a Mareva order to freeze assets worldwide. If issued, Chen Zhi could lose control of all assets, anywhere. Prince Group is shaking at the roots. Casinos in Cambodia have shuttered en masse. Staff fled, investors pulled out, and Chen Zhi vanished from radar. Rumors swirl. Some say he escaped to Dubai, others to Singapore, still others that he remains hidden in Cambodia. An international arrest warrant has been issued. Taiwan continues to widen its probe. Prosecutors are working with Interpol to trace funds into Thailand and the Philippines. Each step is carefully planned to miss no link. The 26 supercars are about to be put up for public auction. Proceeds will be paid into the state treasury, with priority compensation for victims. The 18 properties in Binh and Uyen will go through a similar process. These top-tier Taipei projects will ultimately have a new owner, the state. The 60 bank accounts will continue to be analyzed in detail. Each transaction is a link connecting the full picture of the ring's operating methods. Piece by piece, the puzzle is being set into place. The reverberations of this case lie not only in the figures, they lie in how a name built a glossy exterior with cunning financial tricks, then collapsed as quickly as a sandcastle when the tide of enforcement rolled in. It is a reminder to every investor: don't chase get-rich-quick visions and slip into the slick traps of murky schemes. It is also a strong signal that even the most sophisticated cross-border fraud rings cannot withstand the combined force of international law. Looking back at the arc of the investigation, the tempo clearly rose. From the indictment announced on October 8th to the sanctions 6 days later, from the quiet case opened in Taipei on October 15th to the asset freeze decision on October 27th, from the raids on November 4th to the banking clampdowns and Hong Kong's preparation for a worldwide freeze. Each milestone tightened the noose, each rung pushed the case higher. Some ask where Chen Zhi will surface, Dubai or Singapore, or still in Cambodia. Rumors churn. But from a legal standpoint, the endpoint isn't where he hides. It's how thoroughly his financial arms are cut off. Once assets are frozen, once the money-moving network is dismantled, once every laundering channel is sealed, then, even without his shadow appearing, the power of law is enough to paralyze an empire. We have witnessed not only the fall of 26 supercars, 18 apartments, and 60 bank accounts, but the collapse of a self-proclaimed legend. Prince Group once symbolized hypergrowth, glossy PR, and eye-dazzling numbers. But when investigators moved in concert, everything snapped back to true weight. Custom license plates are now mere evidence tags. Those sophisticated ledgers are now strings of incriminating data points. Those luxury penthouses are now silent rooms awaiting new owners. Ahead, the legal process will continue. Civil suits may pile up. Compensation talks will reach the table. Assets will be auctioned, every cent directed to victim restitution funds. Banks will keep reviewing past transactions, launching internal audits, tightening AML procedures. At a higher level, international agencies gain more data to patch fresh holes in the cross-border cryptocurrency money flows. For everyone watching, this story is also a reminder. Non-substantive profits, irresistibly attractive pitches, and hazy, slippery wording. These are all warning signs. At some point, when the control mechanism activates, every layer of cover will peel away, especially in the era of big data, where every transaction, every login, every flight leaves a trace. Sandcastles can be raised in a flash, but one tide will wash them away. In the end, the gears of justice are still turning. The 26 supercars are nearing the auctioneer's gavel. The 18 Binh and Uyen properties are moving through legal channels toward public ownership. The 60 bank accounts are being peeled back layer by layer. The US, Taiwan, and Hong Kong are coordinating, while Interpol extends the chase into Thailand and the Philippines. As the pieces click together, a network once thought unbreakable reveals its fractures. And when the last dust settles, people will remember the case not only for its enormous numbers, but for the costly lesson in transparency, accountability, and the ending reserved for those who try to build empires on shifting sands.